show you how to hard plaster a brick wall. The tools I require are, I've got 2 buckets of water, I've got some sand, lime, cement, my hawk trowel, a scoop, paintbrush for cleaning, safety gear, my screed and my level, and my mixer of course to mix up the products. Prepared my wall by giving it a brush down so that there's no excess dust stuck to the bricks. Also giving it a little bit of a wet so that there's some moisture in the air, especially on hot days. It improves the adhesion between the products. Got my drop sheet down, so let's get started. I'm about to add some water to my mix. I'm going to mix up 3 buckets of sand, about half a bucket of cement and a touch of lime, and I'll mix up more if required. When it comes to mixing my cement and lime, it's best to put my safety gear on. When I pick up the mud, I usually go with the corner in first, and then you can scoop it up quite nicely so it comes up just like this. Resting the trowel on the hawk, I can tilt my hawk back and scoop up a load, just like this. Now apply my mud to the wall, starting from top to bottom and right to left. So I'm just covering a larger area at the moment. As it dries, I'll fill in all the little spots. When applying my mud to the wall, I'll use a brick join as a guideline, and I'll go upwards about 2 to 3 bricks. And then I usually veer off to the right. Once applied my mud to the wall, I've now let it dry to an appropriate feel. It is now touch dry. Using my straight edge, I'll now make my wall nice and flat and plumb. That way we'll be taking off any of the excess and get it back to a nice flat finish. This process can also be known as screeding. I'll start by shaving a bit of the excess off either side and get my level, check that it's plumb, and then I'll go the opposite way to match that level. So now using my trusty level, I'll check how plumb my wall is. So my level is telling me that my wall is not as plumb as I would like it to be. It's saying that I need to take a bit more off the top, so I'm going to put a line, and that will let me know how much more I need to take off. And I'll do the same on this side as well. There we go. Now I can roll back to that line, and then I'll check it again afterwards. Now that I've finished my screeding, I've got left with a few imperfections here, which I'll now patch up with my leftover mud. Obviously where you can see the difference in the colours here, where this one's still smooth from where I pushed it on with my trowel, and here just wasn't quite thick enough, so we'll chuck a little bit extra on there. And you will see there's a few holes here where the mud hasn't quite bonded nicely, so we'll just fill them ones in too. So now that the base of my wall is now harder, it makes it easier to strip off the patches. Now that I've screeded off the patches, I can now finish my wall by cutting all the corners and taking all the excess droppings away. Now that's how you hard plaster a brick wall.